My name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilowatt, and I'm located in North Carolina in a small rural town called Stokesdale, North Carolina. N4STF W2UFO.
Hey, Mark. Yeah. My name is Rob, Romeo Oscar Bravo. You're coming in plus 20 into Knox Island, North Carolina. So another very, very small spot in the state. Over.
Yeah, whereabouts is that? I'm not familiar with that.
I cannot go any further north or east. I'll either be in the ocean or Virginia. Over.
Oh, okay. So you're up at the top right corner. I'm about 21 miles south of the Virginia border, and about 15, 18 miles outside of Greensboro. Population here is about probably 4,000 plus a little bit. I'm not sure what the population is, but somewhere in that general area. I'm running about a kilowatt here to a end-fed antenna, which slopes from about 65 feet on one end to about 20 feet on the other side. It seems to work quite well. You know, it's actually over on 10 meters before. And lo and behold, there's a guy calling CQ from New Zealand. And I was absolutely shocked I could hear him at this time of the day. About an S3, S4, but the noise level on the loop was very, very, loop antenna was very quiet. But there's another one of those crazy contests going on, which I don't have a whole lot of love for. And I don't know, some of these people just get completely carried away and, start going where they're going. So in the middle of that conversation, somebody moved in on the frequency, so I went from my 500 watts to 1,500, and he started grumbling, and I was splattering on him. He was about 500 cycles off me. Over.
Yeah, roger that. I'm a new ham. In July 3rd, got my general, and I got to tell you, I was a little disappointed in contest days as well. I thought ham radio was more casual conversation when I was getting into it. I've got nothing against the contest, but I do not participate, or I try to find something a little quieter. Over.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not a contester, but if you get on 40 meters and now the weekend with the contest, it becomes awkward. But a bunch of us get on 40, and there's a lot of nice groups. The guys are in there. We just kind of chat about whatever it is going on and stuff like that. We'll help each other out, getting radios set up and joking around or whatever it is. But and I've been doing it. I've been licensed for about 47 years now. I was off the air for quite some time. Back in March, I got back on the air again. Relocated here from Long Island about 7 years ago. And when I first moved down here, I set the station up, and the station was sitting in this room on the table for probably 6.5 years and never operated. And a neighbor of mine got his ham ticket in December and was telling me how much fun he's having with this hobby. I thought to myself, this is crazy. There's no reason not to get on. So I put up an antenna, and the rest is history. Haven't missed a day since. I'm on pretty much every day, variety of times and bands and that. But it's fun, and you can make it what you want. And like I said, there's a lot of nice people, and it's like it's a cross section of society. There's always the morons out there, and and there's good people, and the majority of the hams are pretty decent. But congratulations on getting your license. I'm sure you're going to have many years of enjoyment. And don't let the boneheads get you crazy, because to me, over these years, I find is that if something nuts happens, I don't get into a battle. I just spin the dial and I go someplace else. Plenty of spectrum to work on. N4STS W2UFO.
Yeah, I agree. I'm learning that, and I've only run across maybe one or two lids. Same thing. I just move on. It's fine with me. But I believe I've heard you on the air before. You're out in the garage. My station's out in the garage, and I've been working on my wife's car. and I'll have the radio on the background. As a matter of fact, I just came out here to get another cold beverage, and I heard you calling CQ. And I think the last time I heard you talking, you were talking about that W2 UFO is actually your father's from the Air Force. Over. Is that correct? Over.
Yeah, the actual call sign, how it came about was in the 1940s. This call sign was license was set up for United States Air Corps, Mitchell Field in Long Island, the Air Force base there. It was a big base. That was one of the bases they used to send off to Europe. It was on the Atlantic Ocean in New York. And if you look at the QRZ page I have, you'll see there's a couple of photographs of that original station. And my dad, in one of them he's standing up, and in the other one he's actually operating the station. When the station, the base got decommissioned in 1961. Of course, that was the end of the call sign. The station, it was done. So the call sign became available, and when my dad still had his license, and I said, "So why don't you apply for it under the vanity program?" And he says, "Well," he says, "I don't want to do that." He says, "Why don't you get it?" He says, "Because you'll be there a lot longer than me." So lo and behold, I applied for it, and that's how I got the call. If you look at the second picture on QRZ, when he's operating the station, look very closely at the logbook. You'll notice on top of the logbook it says radio station W2 UFO. So kind of the setup and the history of it, and dedicate the station here to him. I've got a number of photographs of him operating from way back when, and some of his stuff when he passed away some years back. I've got a lot of his equipment and that. So to me this is kind of a memorial station to my dad. Over.
Yeah, Roger that. I remember looking at those pictures. I looked you up because I thought it was a pretty cool call sign, and it was good history, good story. I did the vanity for the STS portion, submarine, our sonar technician submarine. That's where the November 4 STS comes from, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot better than my initial call was. Man, it was horrible. It was like KQU. 4PQ something. It was horrible. Over.
Yeah, well, they just come out, spit out of the computer, and it is what it is. But that's good. And the STS. When I hear that, I think of the space shuttle, because I think that's they're called STS missions or something like that. But that's funny. A number of years ago, I went to a a convention, an ARRL convention. They held it in New York. It was the Plaza Hotel or something. I had an opportunity to meet Owen Garriott. Owen Garriott was an astronaut, and he flew on one of the missions. I don't know what it was, and got a great picture of him. Also him and I, and then also I got the actual program from the directory, which had him on the front of the program, and I got him to autograph it. So I've got that. And what I found interesting, and it was really kind of funny, was when I met him, I was shocked, and I didn't say anything to him, but I said, "Man, he's a very small guy. He's probably like about 5'5", maybe 5'4". I don't think he weighed like 98 pounds. And then of course I thought about it after, and I said they can't put fat, tall guys in those space capsules. Over.
Yeah, Roger that. Something about leg room. Over.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. You don't really, you never give that much thought. But he was like I think the guest speaker there, and that. And he was a neat guy. Over the years, I've met some very interesting people. Spoken to a number of celebrities that are on quite a bit. Joe Walsh from the Eagles is on the air quite a bit. Linda Lovelace is on. I've spoken to Ronnie Millsap over the years, and King Hussein when he was alive back way when, Barry Goldwater, those kind of people. And the thing that's kind of funny when you think about it, and if you have an opportunity, and I had an interesting conversation with Barry Goldwater once, he was on, we were just probably talking about 20 minutes, is that it's kind of weird, because you expect these people to be like super, whatever they might be, but when you get into a regular conversation, you realize that they're just like everyday people. And one of the great things I love about the hobby, I always say this, the hobby is a great equalizer, because you just never know who you're speaking to. king of a country.